Hello. Oh, there we go. All right. Hey, everybody, you can move closer if you'd like.
And that never works. So.
I know, I'm gonna embarrass myself, so I don't care. So this is What the Heck is Steampunk? I did not name this, nor did Claude. So we apologize for the stupid name. First off, I'm Emmett Davenport. This is my sister Claude. We are the hosts of the weekly radio show, the Clockwork Cabaret, that airs on WCOM 103.5 LP in Carrboro, Chapel Hill. We also podcast with it every single week. It's a steampunk show. We do play a lot of music. We talk about silly stuff. We live in our airship, the Calpurnia, and we fly around avoiding the evil organization Clang. What else do we do?
We bake pies and we talk about squids, and that's
yes. And
so
there
yeah.
you
go. That's about enough about us.
Yeah.
So, what the heck is steampunk? Steampunk is a genre of speculative fiction. Started in the 80s. There were three main authors: Jeter, Blaylock, and I'm going to brain fart on the third one. It wasn't Lovecraft.
Moorcock.
Well, Jules Verne was the back in the day, but I'm talking 1980s and not 1880s. There were these three authors in the 1980s that were writing about a steam-powered future past, and they really thought it could take off. They thought it could be a fantastic genre that everybody would love, and it would be the next hot thing, but they had to come up with a name for it. And so K.W. Jeter jokingly said, well, why don't we call ourselves steampunk? Because it'll be funny like cyberpunk. And there's really not that much that's punk about it, so ha-ha. And so it stuck, and it worked. And then it just sort of bubbled and festered for a while, a decade. And then folks took a lot of inspiration from the books and started to make these creations and to dress in a steampunk fashion, and that's when the subculture started. Dun dun dun. So yeah, that's what steampunk is. Panel O. There's been a lot of movement in the steampunk scene, just referring to the subculture, the people that dress that way. We clearly are mostly interested in the music. There's not really a set kind of steampunk music, so we're just trying to soundtrack. Like, if you're reading the book, what kind of music would you want to have on in the background? And that's
or if you're dressing up, like that, what would you want playing? Or trying to put, for those who do cosplay or role play, LARPing or role playing or whatever, the music that we play is definitely stuff that you would want in your background for mood setting. It's we don't claim to be experts in what steampunk music is. A lot of the stuff that we play, we've had people go, well, that's not right. Well, it may not be right for you, but it works for us. So it's a very open-ended genre as far as the music goes. We also host a bi-monthly event called the Clockwork Ball that we put on, and everybody gets all dressed up, and it's very nice. People are very fashionable, and we play a lot of danceable music and interpretive whale dance, and
it's just an excuse for us and our friends to get dressed up and have fun.
Yeah, exactly. Well, see, I like to throw that out there. Just
the interpretive whale dance grew up around a song that I found to be very steampunk. There's a band called the Decemberists. They have a song called the Mariner's Revenge Song, and it's about 10 minutes worth of epicness, and it's a tale of revenge and woe and death, and it's wonderful. The Decemberists are fantastic musical inspiration if you're interested in steampunk. They're definitely worth looking up, and their stage shows are really great. And the first Clockwork Ball we had, I danced like a butt and was doing interpretive whale-like movements, and then it just started catching on and everyone started dancing like a whale, and so now there seem to be certain movements that you do at certain times.
It's a choreographed mess is basically what it
Pretty much, yeah.
There are things that everyone seems to intuitively do in certain parts of the song that without any provocation or planning. So when you're standing aside watching it, it looks like, oh my God, all these people are doing the exact same dance. How do I get in on this? Well, you just join in. There's no rhyme or reason to it. Yeah. No.
Well, there's a part where the whale is coming up out of the water, and there's a lot of dramatic timpani-like percussion noises. And so you take your underskirts and you go like this. And it's meant to represent the frothing of the water as the whale comes up through it.
And then there's also the chomping of the whale.
The chomping of the whale. The best thing about steampunk is you can be ridiculous in a lot of different ways, and steampunk seems to go, that's okay.
You're fine. Woo. So that's an overview. I guess we'll just take questions.
I think that would be awesome.
Questions? Anybody? Yes, you.
Okay, I didn't know what steampunk was before I came to Animation, but now I'm really interested in it. If I wanted to get started, how would I get started?
So you want to put together some steampunk costumes? Okay. The thrift store is the best place to start. Do a lot of research online, take a look at costumes that you like and that you think would be flattering to your body type, and then go to the thrift store and take a look at fabric. Don't take a look at what it is, just look at the fabric. I think that's the most important part, because it can be something that's actually really ugly, like a great big ugly velvet housecoat. But if the fabric is really nice, it's like, ooh, it's a really pretty dark red velvet. You can turn it into whatever you want. You can turn it into a bustle, into a jacket.
Cut off the sleeves, make it a big vest.
Make it a giant steampunk moo-moo. Yeah, so this is assuming you're crafty. Excellent. If you're not crafty, there are actually a lot of good shops that are cropping up online. There's Clockwork Cabaret, which is getting really popular right now. There's Retroscope Fashions, and I know
there's also a bunch of like Wild West Mercantile and Gentleman's Emporium. Those are actually shops that Victorian reenactors use, or people who do Wild West stuff. Or there's some other organization that I can't remember what it's called, but that's a lot of places where people can go to buy different things. Yes?
You go to Gentleman's Emporium, be ready to drop some cash.
Yeah. Gentleman's Emporium is very expensive, I will warn you. Also, on a smaller level, cheap and easy, I buy a lot of my stuff from Target. Target, Hot Topic, what else? I found Kohl's, TJ Maxx. I mean, it's just, you got to be prepared to delve through. Yes. Oh yeah, that too. For jewelry and hats and things, Etsy is a really good place.
Etsy is the way to go. It's ETSY.com.
Yeah. So I mean, it's definitely one of those things where you can also, don't ever let someone tell you that that's not steampunk after you have spent hours trying to put it together, because honestly, to me, it's whatever is right for you. This should be a very individualistic thing, not there shouldn't be some huge guideline that you have to go and say, oh well, I don't have clocks and gears on mine, so therefore I'm not steampunk. No, this should be very open, and in general everyone is a friendly bunch. So just do what's comfortable for you.
Do what makes you happy.
Yeah, exactly. As noted by what we're wearing. Good question.
I saw some costumes, the Outlanders actually, because they've been doing the costuming, I think.